Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be looking at a product review or overview by Amped Airsoft. This is on their YouTube channel. Amped Airsoft are an amazing airsoft retailer. They focus kind of like, they're more specialized in like HPA gas kind of stuff. So I've seen weirdly a couple of videos about this product pop up over the last like 24 hours from some other YouTubers. And this is the T238 40mm grenade. I'm quite excited just to kind of like see what this is like, because it seems like from the like initial thing that I saw that they are like kind of like tracer style grenades. So as you can see here, 2238, yeah, they've sent me a tracer before. Really seemed to be a good company, very well reviewed stuff. This is obviously the Amped Airsoft channel. I'll put a link to that below, but it looks like they're testing these new grenades. So I thought, you know what, for today's commentary, let's actually just have a little listen and we'll see.
So the brand of these grenades,
we'll see what this is like.
is T238. They're a tracer company similar to a lot of other tracers you see out there. They have some pretty cool ones. They have carbon fiber ones, and I think they even have one that does a like round count at the same.
I've given one of those away to a channel member. So it was one of the first channel member giveaways of the latest kind of like memberships cycle that we have, and actually really well built. So I think they make good stuff.
Chronograph. So really cool stuff coming out, and they have these.
Yeah, that one was a chronograph version, so you could fire through it. It would tell you how fast something is firing.
Grenades too. So are these the first grenades that they've come out with, by the way?
I believe so.
Okay.
That I know of.
Sick.
Spin and the Hexa.
And then this is called the Matrix.
So 3 different kinds of grenades.
These came across our desks and we're like, ooh, new toys. Let's try the new toys.
So I wonder what each of them does. There must be different.
Super excited for that one. I would love to get shot by that one, actually.
What?
I'm excited for this.
I'm curious. So yeah, that one's just like a single stream of BBs.
I think this is going to act like the 40 mic from Airsoft Innovations.
Okay, so a single stream of BBs, basically, instead of like all of the BBs firing out at once, it's going to be like almost like a full auto like stream of BBs at a very high rate of fire and can be moving quite quickly. There were some real issues with the 40 mics, i.e. people just did not want you to use them at airsoft fields because they were doing too much damage. So it'll be interesting to see if this is similar to that, if that is...
Today because it's a single stream.
Yeah.
Which I'm super stoked for.
Well,
that was my favorite.
Open it up. We opened it up. No, so not the bottom piece. Take just the top off.
But it wasn't really like a grenade.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so take just the top off that one, and then look at how it is. It's just a big feed ramp in there.
I do like how easy that you can take this apart.
Kind of looks like the Ace Tech.
Figure out if something's wrong with it, you know?
Yeah. So if you look down there where there's like a little hole right at the end of the
Yeah, if you get a
tube,
blockage.
and that's where all your air is going to go in, and it's going to push all those BBs out like a ramp.
Yeah, let's stare right at it.
Well, that's why it's to the side. Because I'm looking at it and I press it and it goes.
What?
I think that's on.
This is crazy.
Well, no, the on button is on the side here. That little piece.
Oh, so is that on then with the red lights?
The red light means it's full of gas.
Okay. Really? That has an
Yes,
indicator.
that's what it means.
I didn't know that.
That's what it says in the manual.
Very cool.
They're all on.
Okay, because this one's flashing, so I just don't want it to run out of baby.
I wonder how much these are.
I think they'll be all right. I mean, I don't know though. We didn't charge them obviously before starting this.
So the ball one, it looked like the cap you're only supposed to fill up like the base of the cap for it. But for this test, we filled it up all the way, put a little bit of tape on it.
Why?
Because we definitely didn't accidentally break the pedals during one of the testing. So we're trying to see if it'll hold together a little bit.
But surely it won't fire.
And or what it would feel like.
Okay.
So it's using a standard like Matrix 40mm shell launcher. They're firing a guy first off. They're not going to shoot it at like a target.
Oh, it never reset.
It's going to shoot his mate. Jesus.
So it was stuck to the rear.
Yeah, that'll happen. No.
So
I knew that as soon as I saw it.
And
I
it
was
never
like,
reset back. And I was trying to go ahead and get it out, and I touched the back of it, and it popped. So I put it right down to my feet.
no, I definitely gassed it. I think this launcher
Doesn't
is
reach
just
far
not
enough?
pushing out far enough because that is a very deep push because of the trace effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
This pin goes just a little bit further.
Got it.
So that's the Volcano. That's the one I've
That
got.
would make a whole bunch of sense.
So if this works for these, this might be my next purchase.
So this is the multi-barreled, like probably standard shower shell. So
This is a sweet testing facility. So that's just a regular like
Neat.
40mm shell.
all right, now for the other one.
Didn't seem like it traced quite so much.
No, I did not see any trace effect. I did see the bright purple of the flame effect.
I did see a little bit of it, and I don't know if that's because like I'm just seeing the bright purple effect. The red light is not on. To turn this on, what do I press? The top button, correct?
Don't
It's
aim it in
on.
your face.
That one should be on.
It doesn't have anything flashing on it.
Launch it?
Just launch it. We'll reload them, whatever.
I'm very, very excited for this one personally.
This should be like a.
All right, spin. Ready?
Yep.
That's depressed.
That sounded terrible. Like terrifying terrible.
That's what the 40 mic sounded like. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. So how'd that feel shower-wise?
You only hit my arm.
Okay, so that literally when it comes out.
It literally made a giant circle. I heard all the BBs hit all around me.
Okay. So once again,
I
I
like
pressed the
these.
trigger. I waited and I had to like squeeze the hell out of it, and then it fired.
So
That's annoying.
That's just a short arm.
Yeah.
Let's try the other one.
Okay.
The other launcher. I'm just gonna test and see if this launcher will even work with the pin length.
Okay.
Assuming less.
So
Okay.
these are the wads that come with. In the
I don't
photo
get
on
this.
the box,
How it works.
it looks like they only filled the bottom cup of it. We had tested it, filled it all the way up to the top. Didn't really see much of a difference, I don't think. But we're gonna just test it from like what it looks like in the bottom or in.
That's
the,
going to be like 30 BBs, isn't it?
My gosh, having a stroke today. On the box. Hey now.
And it's going to rattle and shake everywhere you go.
Actually, what's kind of neat about this is it goes in, like, clicks. It actually, like,
Holds it in there.
yeah, a little bit. Like, you can feel when you load it in, you'll feel like a click, which is kind of nice.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to load it now, and I never like doing this.
Yeah.
Well, that
I
one you
don't
can
like
get away
doing
with
this
loading
either.
with gas before you put the projectiles in.
Yes.
These you really can't. You got to gas it and then load it. Okay. Glasses.
Let's shoot some Tracy's.
Was it my turn to get shot?
Yep.
Cool.
You ready?
Yep.
His hands. That was rubbish. I don't understand the point of the like projectile thing.
That was too much. Like too many BBs in there.
Really?
So it didn't seem like it went very far at all.
Yeah, it all hit my
Oh, so
legs.
the BBs made it to the back wall, sorta, but the shell obviously dropped
Yeah,
halfway.
it all hit my legs, but I just filled up like that bottom cap, maybe a little bit over, but just that bottom cap. So
Okay.
maybe you really got to put barely anything in there.
And then what's the point?
gonna
It's
accept
not going to
that.
really shoot you then, is it? Like,
Or
what's the,
Mike,
you want the projectile?
PTSD, here I come.
You ready?
Sure. Oh!
In his hand. See, that doesn't even look like it's like a stream though.
That kind of sucked, I'll be honest. Ow.
Yeah,
That's scary.
it sounded like it sucked.
I like that one. That's my new favorite.
Ready?
Sure.
That's more like a standard one, it seems like. So you can see the traced BBs there. They definitely turn green, but not very
Less
much.
scary.
That's like the most traditional, I feel like, M203 launcher there is.
That one definitely had a lot more spread and had a wider area of effect compared to the spin, which seemed way more linear and directional.
Yeah.
Again, just like the 40 mic. I will say, so, one shot broken pedals.
Yeah, so these, we've learned they're $1 a pop. It's $10 for a 10 pack.
I will say, though,
wow.
as long as the base doesn't break, we did, before you started filming, we were able to get some Scotch tape and tape them and then load like this. And get last piece of Scotch tape put together. So they are reusable to an extent. This is the one part that you don't want to break, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you'd also have to go find it on the field after you shoot it.
Yes.
Which is all right.
It is what it is.
As long as you're indoors, it's going to be easy enough to find that.
I mean, they are clear.
Spray paint it yellow.
Yeah, but then the tracer doesn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. What about you spray paint the pedals yellow, but the base keep clear? No.
It's got to be clear.
That's fair. All right. That's neat. That spin one is
Yeah, but it doesn't really
scary.
work, does it?
No, not really. I mean, we did test everything that we were going to test. I would like to see what this with like the lightest, like 0.20.
I also would like to try just filling it with other stuff.
That's also what I
Just
want to
like
do.
things.
But then it won't trace those, will it?
Do we have any other Nerf? Did they send any of them? No. No, I would like to try this filled with like random stuff. Like they have gel ball. They said that you use these for.
It says you can use gel ball in them.
I want to fill them with like 0.12s.
Yeah.
If we have any 0.12s, like to the brim, and then put a piece of Scotch tape and see what distance we can get with it. Because I think that's just funny. Burrito. We're back on day 2 to test more stuff with the T238. We have some lights off portions of the field. We're
Okay,
gonna
well,
test
that's gonna
the
be
actual
bad.
tracing function of it because during the lighted or at the lighted portions of the field that we had yesterday while we were testing, a little hard to see that.
Is it turning red?
No, but it was spitting back out at me, so I'm assuming it's full of gas.
It says 3 seconds hold, so yeah.
Yeah. Both of these have turned red. This one immediately turned red after filling it with gas. This one took a minute.
Yeah, so, I mean, according to their
Nope, there we go.
There it goes, it turns red. So that means that it's under pressure.
Well, check the
It's quite interesting that.
Ooh,
pin on
that's
right back
fair.
there. Like, does it seem like there's going to be enough?
No.
What is your length on the other one?
About the same?
Oh, it is about the same.
Let's try it.
Yeah, why not? China Lake's way cooler anyways.
You ready, Spaghetti?
Sure.
Here in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, don't tease me like that.
Can't see anything.
No. Safety was off.
That was so pitiful. I don't like this thing at all.
That sucked.
I'm gonna
What
say,
happened?
I'm going to say the pin was not good.
Well, that wasn't even the problem, though, because when it hit,
Yeah, it
it
went
just
off.
shot like the ball like 1 foot out, and then it hit the floor. It didn't even open.
I think that
What?
on the China Lake, this does not work whatsoever.
I'm gonna take that back with me, grab a wad and reset it and regas it and see if that was like a fucking weird fluke
Okay.
with the other launcher as well. So I'll take swap here.
I think it's I think it was just the pin with the China Lake.
Yeah. All right.
Ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
Is that the normal one? See, like my Ace Tech
Owie.
Volcano thing is way better
Hit
than that.
all of my legs. Where were you aiming?
I was aiming for like your chest.
Yeah, you hit literally below the belt the entire time, and that was
so
the
the
point.
power and it's not big.
3, 2, 1.
Which one's this one? The Hexa.
That was good.
All right, got him with the spin now.
That's a normal
That
one.
one definitely had the trace effect.
Yeah, I'm not staying down there for the spin. I don't like the 40 mics, so I know what that's gonna be.
This is the thing. Like a lot of people just
here's
didn't
the
like
spin.
them when they were out, before they went out of
3,
business.
2, 1.
Oh, that would have sucked.
I think it doesn't come through on camera because that to me looks rubbish.
That one had a weird misfire.
Yeah, that was weird.
It triggered the flash.
Yeah.
And then the second triggered the ultraviolet like trace.
Yep.
And then the third trigger pull fired.
Do you want me to go grab the gas? We can try that one again. That was kind of weird.
This one's getting kind of sticky. Let's oil these up as well.
Okay.
So with the China Lake as well as the handheld pistol launcher, the pins on the back were not long enough to actuate the 40mm grenades. The only success we've had is with the one standalone, right? What's the brand on that one?
That's the B&T one.
ASG B&T.
Yeah, ASG.
So this one doesn't have a button. It's internally recessed. So I have
can't
a
see that. It's too dark in here.
yeah, it's a pencil here.
Yeah,
So
it's so
it's
far,
blinking
guys.
to
I'm not
light
really
up
sold.
The tracer BBs, but when I Press and hold it for 3 seconds, which
T238 want to
change
send me some to
settings.
test out. Do it.
It's not changing. So I think once they're gassed, they don't allow for a change.
Huh.
Well, let's shoot him.
I mean that kind of makes sense. So then people aren't, messing with it and accidentally blowing it off and like hurting themselves. Especially with these two, where those are at the end of the actual muzzle, I guess, of the 40 millimeter.
Yeah. Go ahead and shoot those off, Logan.
Sure. The wadded version.
The Matrix.
The Matrix. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That didn't seem too bad. A lot better than last time. Slow-mo, it looks cool.
Wasn't very bright.
I don't think the tracer part was on at all.
Oh, it was.
It was?
I saw it
Okay.
try to, but
Yeah. I watched the tracer BBs come back, so they're activating and they're turning on.
it's just not the brightest thing ever.
No. All right. The
It's kinda what
shower
you want
shell,
from a
which is what called what,
Tracer
Ross?
shell.
Hexa.
Hexa. All right. 3, 2, 1.
That did nothing.
So that had no activation, probably because it shut off, and like you said, you weren't able to actually adjust it. Let's see if that's true. So it should be done. Yep. Yeah. See, I can adjust it now.
Yeah.
So a cool safety feature. Kind of sucks though if you forget about it and load up your grenades, but again, I'd rather be safe than sorry. All right.
Yeah, but then you have
Spin
to
in
dump
3,
it somewhere and then
2,
refill
1.
it. I mean, that's the best one, I think, for sure.
Well, that one worked the best.
That one sounds like it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Cool.
That one actually traced, so.
Yes, that one is pretty sweet.
That's the best one
For this,
for sure.
I'm
It's
curious.
just
I have some 150 gas from Swiss Arms. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the black or the super heavy gas. That'd be cool. Probably blow a seal. But I'm curious to see what this is going to do. What's the typical PSI for green gas?
110, 114.
Okay. So definitely hotter. 1, 2, 3. So that went up and over. Because I was aiming like this. That went absolutely everywhere. I am going to use 150 gas with these from here on out. That was wildly successful.
It's pretty
So
powerful.
maybe they're just using bad gas
Nice,
then.
but you can't really see it that well, but there's the Nerf end strike balls. I think that's what those things are. With some BBs. And there's 2 end strike balls that were able to fit in the actual cap of it, and then just a handful of BBs. Act as like a buckshot, I guess. So it does say that you can fit those like actual foam balls in it, which is kind of nifty. But I'm just gonna flip around and shoot it yonders. 3, 2, 1.
I mean, it went further. Yeah, like the flame effect and the smoke afterwards is quite cool.
So that worked well.
Yeah, it launched it as you would expect it to.
Yeah, way better than the using just BBs, if I'm being completely honest.
But then, like in the fields
that's
where
how
I
I
play,
feel.
like if it like is actually it's not like a grenade like a Thunder Bee where it's like a kill radius. You have to feel the BBs hit you. If you're only putting like 20 BBs in there, then it doesn't feel like the actual like advantage or the spread is going to be
I
that
think
good.
a couple of the BBs actually made it through the thing itself, which is kind of nice. That's nice. Closing thoughts. I think it's really cool. I prefer the spin because it's reminiscent of a very OP grenade launcher shell back in the day. Also, it was the best in my opinion tracer-wise to actually be able to see. The wad's a really cool concept. I feel like you definitely need more butt behind it if you're using anything higher than 0.12s probably, because even with 0.20s the performance wasn't that great. But the fact that you can fill up with other things such as the Nerf end strike balls or the foam balls as well is very, very cool. So, and then the shells, these things do not like to last. Which, if you buy a 10-pack and you go through a 10-pack,
Yeah, it's like-
10-pack, say, for $15, it's going through $15 every single time you want to run this thing out in the field. Or if you have multiple shells, that cost adds up.
10 packs, $10.
Oh, there we go.
I really like the tech that's integrated into the launchers to indicate the flash and trace mode, as well as telling you, indicating if it has a charge of gas or not. A very cool technological advancement when it comes to these launchable.
I think that he's right. I do also think, though, that it's kind of solving a problem that doesn't exist. Like, I don't think I really had to worry, is it filled with gas or BBs? Because I could see the BBs, or I could just like plunge it a bit more with a plunger, or with gas, I could just kind of top it up and then feel like it was full because it would spit out at me. So for me, it's like, yeah, that's kind of cool. But is it kind of unnecessary?
Options. More options we have for players, I think allows for a wider versatility of fun.
No, I like it. I did not expect for there to be that red light. It's actually super helpful.
I do not like that they don't work in like any launcher that doesn't have a pin that's super long.
That is one thing that is not great. I know you can easily shim your launcher, but like you're shimming your launcher. You shouldn't have to do that. I think they're cool. I really like the spin though. That's, I think, out of the three, that's my favorite. So what about you?
I like the Hexa.
Yeah.
I mean, traditional M203 style. I would agree. The spin and hex are cool. I think that the Matrix is a bit gimmicky. I mean, the wad just doesn't go far enough, depending on the load, and they break, and they're not as reusable. So,
yeah. If they made a more reusable wad, that'd be cool. That's really interesting to that. So that's my final thoughts. I'm gonna go find some Chipotle Taco Bell sauce though, and have a good time with it.
Okay, guys, so that was that kind of overview. I mean, I presume they're selling them, so I would have thought maybe that they were going to kind of like say, hey, this is amazing, you know, you should buy these from us, which is kind of cool that they didn't do that, that they were like, okay, this is our true kind of opinion, which I really respect. But I definitely don't think I'm going to be buying them. I have to say, like, I was quite excited just to see, because I do like the idea. I mean, I love the idea of being able to have a tracer on your M203 launcher without actually using like the Volcano Ace Tech, which I actually really like, but it doesn't look like anything like an M203 or any other kind of like realistic launcher. So I like the idea of it, but I have to say, if I'm going to go with that kind of thing, and I like using mine indoors, close quarters, having the big flash and the tracer from the Volcano and not having to worry about anything, just filling the actual like the actual M203 shells, for me is ideal. So cool idea. Don't think I'm going to be buying them yet. If I see another good review though, maybe I will. Someone else can change my mind differently. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. I will put Amped Airsoft's link down below to their website and also to the channel. Hope you guys are good, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Goodbye.